Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the competitive positioning map. I have to say this is probably my favourite exercise throughout the whole program. And the reason it's my favourite is because I just believe it is so impactful. The process of actually agreeing on the map and the opportunities that invariably come out of this exercise, I think are game changers. So let me take you through what this session is all about. The competitive positioning map is exactly that. It's a map that positions yourself, your brand, your business, against the competitors in your sector or industry. So the competitors are that 4, 5, 6, however many options that your customer has when they're deciding where to spend their money. So if it's not with you, who are the other people, brands that are in their bucket of options? That they're your competitors, and they're the people that you need to have in your mind while you're doing this exercise. So the very, very important thing to keep in the back of your mind when you're doing this session is this is not how you would like it to be. It is not what you think it should be. It is not what you envisaged when you first started your business, and it is certainly not where you plan to be. It is how the market sees your business right now. So it is through the eyes of your customers or your potential customers. It is very, very important that you stay true to that concept. The better the quality of the input that you put into this exercise, then the more robust the information and the opportunities that will come out of it. And trust me, this exercise in itself will definitely form a part of your strategy and your plan going forward. So in your workbook, you have, firstly, an example. And the reason I put this example in is to explain to you how this exercise works. So y-axis, x-axis. This is actually for a coffee business, a client that I did quite a big piece of work for. On the y-axis, it's usually something to do with value or price. So for the purposes of your exercise, I would recommend that you decide that this y-axis will be something that's quantifiable. Often it's price, it's easier, and price seems to be a factor in most businesses, in most sectors. The x-axis, however, is where it gets interesting. The x-axis is to do with factors that motivate customers in your sector to buy. So in the case of this business, the x-axis was mass and specialty. Mass is what it sounds like. It's the high volume, low price coffee brands. Specialty on the other end of the scale are the cooler kind of laneway niche boutique brands. So some other factors or other qualities that could go on this x-axis, you could have innovative and highly innovative first to market type business. On the other end of the scale, you could have more traditional laggard sort of safe business. You could have high fashion versus traditional. You could have high-end fashion, very high-end fashion versus mass or volume fashion. You could have tech, you could have something highly technical versus a more basic product or more basic business. So you really need to think, a range of service is another one. You know, you could have a very specialised offer, or you could have a business that has a range of offers or a wide service offering. So have a think about what you might put on your x-axis, and that should be something that is true and relevant to your industry and your sector. So y, x. Then the next thing to do is actually plot your competitors on here. So all these blue dots on this example are competitors. Again, how the customer or potential customer sees the market, sees your competitors. Where do they plot them on this map? Then you plot yourself. And this is the challenging piece. For this business, it was very interesting because the people in the room who represented the sales team for this business, the marketing team, and in fact, they'd also collected some customer feedback. So that team, based on reality, plotted this business in the top left quadrant. The founder was also in the room, who was the entrepreneur who founded this business way back when. He thought the business was in the top right. So once he got over the shock of it not being the way he thought it would be, this opened up a massive opportunity, and a lot of the elements that were required to move the business from here to here became the basis of their strategic plan. So out of this process came a lot of very robust actions and plans to be built to take this business from sort of a bit of a Me Too brand through to that specialty brand that was always the vision of the founder when he started this business. So in your pack, you have that example, and when you're watching this video, it will all make more sense. And then there's a blank one for you to do this for yourself. So I have put high price value on the Y. As I said, I suggest you stick with that. And on the X, you need to give some thought to what is the right descriptive for your X-axis. On here, I've got mass or high volume, and I've got specialty or niche. But please feel free to change this in a way that reflects the things that motivate your customers or your potential customers to spend their money with you or someone else, because that is the beauty of this axis, and that's the important thing to make sure that this axis reflects. Then go through the process, plot your competitors, and then plot yourself. We will work through this in the session, and we will challenge the thinking, or I will challenge the thinking behind it. If you're going to do any preparation for this session, I would suggest you spend time defining what that X-axis is, the cross one, and getting clear on which competitors do you feel you need to plot. The third thing in terms of preparation, ask some people that know your business and know your sector. It's really hard to do this exercise yourself, particularly if you're a solopreneur who is doing this for their own business based on their own vision. Ask some people in your space where they think you are positioned right now. And at the same time, ask them where they think your competitors are. It's much better quality information that you will get from doing that. And if you don't like the answers, that's okay. Just sort of breathe and we'll talk about it in our session. But trust me, the more honest you can be and the more input you get from people who know the space and know your competitors and know the sector, the better the quality of this information. So have fun thinking this through, and I will see you and very much look forward to doing this exercise with you. See you in the next video.